This is Between Hook Sets. I'm Jason Walter from In Through the Outdoors with my partner in slime, Kurt Underhill from the Fishing Crew.
What is up, dude?
What the world? So you can manipulate your camera like that?
Yeah. Yep.
You know how I zoom in?
Yeah. No, I can manipulate my camera.
Yeah, that's all there is. I was a little worried about you. I'm like, I don't think Kurt's not going to make it in here. Uncle Lou, how do you do? I knew he was going to be the first to comment tonight. I just knew it.
Yeah. No, I definitely, I don't know. I was on a meeting prior to this. Everything was working good. And then I went to get on here and it was all lovely and fun. And yeah, I don't know. So I restarted the computer. So we're back.
Yeah, we're back. You know what? Here's the deal. We've got you, we've got me, and we've got Beau. Let's get to it in case we do have problems. We get it in, get it done, and Beau, how you doing?
Good. How are you guys?
Fantastic. You have fishing face.
Yeah, I got sunburned today.
Yeah, you sure did. So you're out in the boat, Cody Rader. Oh, hi from Winnipeg. Up there in Canada, eh?
Yeah.
So okay. So you were out on an adventure today. I guess I'm kind of curious to know what you did then.
We were just up and on Francis pitching jigs and minnows out there. We were actually right by the Stilling Basin today. We ran down a ways, but we had most of our luck right there by the dam, to be honest.
Dang. Okay. Well,
how many hours you got on that new boat now?
I think it's 7. Let me look. I don't.
You've had
I was
3 weeks.
I was gonna try to get a picture on here of the new boat, but all you had was the video, and I couldn't get the whole boat. And I'm like, well, I'm not gonna get half the boat.
We're at 6.8 right now. So
okay. All right. Well, that's enough to start tournament season with, isn't it?
Yeah, she's broke in. I got the okay that I can run it however I want now. So
Blake's Garage. The Gradgy, if you're up there in Canada. So let's see. The season starts for you in April, right?
Yep, April 8th and 9th, I believe, is our first one.
Yeah. So do you want to recap 2025? Because it was damn good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, we can talk about whatever you guys want. I'm just along for the ride, I guess.
Yeah, well, you know, and Kurt did a great job with the Facebook post and all that stuff, and loaded it up with a bunch of information there. But you know, go back to the start, because for the most part, I think a lot of us started to pay attention after you and Ben won Gov Cup, and then it was even a good ending to the year. But so, how did 25 start for you?
What was my first tournament? I think my first tournament was the national team championship on Francis Case, that I recall anyway. We're kind of busy that time of year. Mom and Dad let me off work, and we actually qualified in that fall brawl the year before that we won. That's how we got into that tournament, and that was a blast. Never been down to Francis Case. Well, I've been down to like the Chamberlain area and pitched jigs, but I've never really fished at that time of year. Even tried to catch big fish. Just always went down there for fun, and it was a grind. It was tough. A lot of 3 to 4.5 pounders and stuff, but it's trying to find them 7/8 pounders even. I don't know if anybody had a 9-pounder that tournament. There was a couple 7s. I know Max had a 7 or 2, and then we ended up having one in pre-fish. We found the same fish that Max found, and then during the tournament we had one back there where he caught all his big fish, and he ended up getting me by a pound there, which was still an awesome experience. You can't complain at all. Dad was giving me a lot of crap on the way down there. He's like, I've never not got top 25 in one of them. I was like, well, that makes me feel really good about myself going down here. And I got a little bit of pressure on the shoulders. But, yeah, we ended up getting second in that. I think we started off the first day, we were sitting about 12th. I think we had about 15.5 for a weight. And then the second day, we had like 16 pounds. I think we're in 4th behind Max, Tyson and Dewey, and maybe Brian Bashore. I don't remember for sure. And then we ended up throwing the biggest bag of the tournament we had a 7-pounder and some great slots, and we just had too much room to catch up. Max ended up getting us by like 14 ounces, I believe, maybe 15 ounces. So
Yeah, that guy can catch big fish.
That guy's a very good fisherman. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, when you're fishing against him, man, you got to be on your game.
Yeah, that is for sure. Even all them guys are great, like Tyson and Dewey. You never can count them out. You always know they're going to throw a big bag, and I went and tried to give her my best, and we did very well, just a little bit short, I guess.
Yeah, well, we figured out you got game too. I mean, there's no arguing that.
So you got second in that event, and then you had some casino cups in there. Did you have a casino cup before that one?
Yeah, I didn't fish the first two because the first event was actually over my graduation, so I didn't fish the first two or whatever. And then the second one we were guiding over, and I figured I have to stick around for a little work. And then the third one was that Sakakawea event, and then you guys know Hunter Friend. Me and him ran up to Sakakawea, like, I don't know, I think we went up there for 3 days of pre-fish or something, and we actually got our butts kicked the first 2 days, and then we went and tried kind of what we do around home, and ended up we found a couple, and then day of the tournament our fish were completely gone, so I ended up having to run about as far as the boat would go without burning all my fuel, and we ended up finding a couple and capitalized on a couple bites and ended up winning it barely. I mean, we barely snuck away with it. I think we won it by like 0.2 ounces or something. Don't quote me on that, but it was very slim margin.
That's a skinny margin. Speaking of skinny too, what happened to your hair?
Yeah.
You're going to grow that out for tournament season?
I just got a haircut the other day. I knew I was going to hear about it, so I figured I'd cut it off a little bit.
I don't know. Like I was looking at your Facebook page. I went to Instagram because I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah.
It looks like he's 16 again. Like,
yeah, cut it
Go
off.
find some hair pictures. I couldn't find any. Like, yeah, he got a haircut.
No, I ended up cutting her off. I was getting a little bad. I get about a haircut or two a year, and it was time. I can tell you that.
Well, by the time you get into mid-season, toward the end of the season, you'll have hair again.
Oh yeah, yeah. You guys will probably see the hair about Gov's Cup.
Oh yeah, right on. Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah. Tell him about the battery. Hunter says, tell him about the battery.
So that was actually during the Govs Cup, Sakakawea is what he's talking about. I think during that tournament, I was having some issues with some batteries, and I thought I had it fixed. I thought we got it fixed, and I ran 3 batteries on a 36 volt circuit or whatever for my trolling motor last year. And one of my batteries wasn't taking a charge, and I thought we got it figured. It was one of them deals where it would say it's charging for a while, and then you'd go and check on it an hour later, and your Minn Kota bank's all red or whatever. And we thought we got it figured out because we were having issues the whole tournament. You didn't really get to do as much pre-fishing as we wanted to because of trolling motor issues and then or battery issues. And then during the tournament, we just caught a 9-pounder, and we finally found the right fish, or not found them. Like, we were on some of the right fish, but we found a couple more of them, and we're like, okay, this is our chance, and trolling motor ended up dying, and Hunter was driving me around with the kicker motor while I was leaning over the bow of the boat, turning the trolling motor because our pole mount died too, I believe, and it was a train wreck, but I guess when it's your day, it's your day, because we ended up sneaking away with it, and we shouldn't have. We had a lot of stuff going wrong, and could have, would have, should have, but we ended up getting lucky that one.
Yes, see, but that's the show. The one thing that I'm learning about these lead acid batteries, because I had the same thing. I took my 2-stroke off, put a 4-stroke on, got a 150. Everything's great. Battery's good. But I was still having trouble. I just, the thing wouldn't crank, and it caused me all kinds of heartache. So then, it charges. I got 12.8 on my Minn Kota bank on that. Because I don't know, I guess I always charge that starting battery, and then because of the old hard starting 2-stroke, right? And then it takes a load test. It's an 800 cranker. It loads at 750. Everything's perfect, and then it finally comes down to hydrometer, and finding out that 4 of the 6 cells are kaput. So here's this, what you think is a good battery. So here's my suggestion to anybody that's got the lead acid battery and you're doing tournament season. Make sure you got even a cheap hydrometer so you could check those cells quick, because you will screw around for hours, and in a matter of minutes, you'll know whether you got a dead battery or not. So carry a hydrometer. They're probably $15 at Runnings.
Yeah, those were actually lithium batteries that I was having
Oh,
issues with.
really?
Yeah, and
Wow.
I love lithiums, and I don't love them sometimes because I feel like they're the best when they work, but they do tend to have issues a little bit. And even during the Govs Cup, thank goodness I got a friend like McCumsey, and he's got an extra lithium battery laying around because I had a
One?
lithium battery. I had a
Wait.
lithium battery start on fire.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there. Yeah,
For
that's
what?
scary crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Luke says, pop that back up again. I'll read it because we always got to remember that people are listening too. So Luke says, nothing like trying to fix the battery in the parking lot of the hotel the night before the tourney. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
or anything for that.
he come and helped me. He actually had the right tools. I'll say it, I was pretty unprepared. I didn't expect to have any battery issues, and he had a tester and stuff, and he ran over and helped us, thank goodness, because we probably would have thought our batteries were taking a charge and not been ready for it, I guess.
And that's the thing that you learn too, right? Now you got to be prepared for everything, even when you think you got to be prepared for everything.
Well, I kind of switched it up this year. I'm running two 36-volt lithiums, $100 amps, and I got them on a circuit. So if one goes bad, I can flip it over and still have that other full battery.
Okay. So Tyler asked who lined up your haircut.
I think my girlfriend actually called the hair place for me. I'm not.
Okay.
I
thought
don't.
maybe it was a mom thing, but I'm like, you're still young enough. Mom can do some stuff for you. What the heck? Trapper, what's up, guys? Watching while shooting birds on contract. Haha.
So, okay, so you get down to the Casino Cup, you get down here for Gov Cup. We've talked about it before, so let's give a brief synopsis on Gov Cup. And I love to see your check and banner hanging in the background of the new shop.
Yeah, I didn't know where to put them, and then I got this. I moved into this new place, and there's a lot of wall I can fill up yet, hopefully. So,
Yeah, well, you do have you have ceiling.
yeah. Well,
all kinds of room.
The plan is to eventually pine it or something, but I can't afford that right now, so it's going to be just spray foam for now.
Yeah, you got it covered. It's insulated and warm.
Yeah.
So speaking of warm, it was warm today. What did you have? 71 in Pier down there? Okay, so you were at Case. So what was it down there by the dam?
I think it was 68 or 69 as the tops we seen, but I mean, It was beautiful. You really can't complain about a day like that in March. Holy crap.
Oh, gorgeous. Then snow on Friday and then a couple nice days. And I think it's going to turn to crap toward the end of the week, but oh well.
Yeah, it's March, guys. It's March.
Yeah. Well,
I'm sunburnt. I'm sunburnt in March. You really can't complain about that.
I thought maybe there's a little windburn there too, but the picture behind us, that's actually Oahe, right out there by Revheim, and that's what the ice is like. It's a picture from today. It's melting, it's looking that way, but it's still holding together all right too. So
yeah, if it stays like this, I can imagine we're gonna be in boats at home pretty quick here. It's been crazy winter.
Yeah, it's awesome. We're past winter, right? I mean, spring's here. We're going to have a couple days where we get an inch of snow and it is what it is. And then we're back to 60, 65. And unless Mother Nature surprises us in April and we get, a month of blizzard, I don't know. I don't know.
So let's get a brief synopsis on the Gov Cup for you.
That was crazy. I mean, that was one of them experiences you'll never forget. Me and Ben Beadle, my tournament partner, we stayed at Garrick's or whatever, and we went down probably 6-7 days early or whatever, and kicked off the pre-fish first day. I really have not put much time in. When I fished the fall brawl, I usually made a pretty good run because the boundaries are wide open. So that was my first tournament or really even fishing down there. I've caught a couple slots down there, but we've never really tried to target big fish. And me and Ben went and checked out a couple things that first day, and we ended up finding the right fish on the first day, which is crazy. It never happens like that. And I was a little worried about it just because it was 6 days from the tournament yet, and you never know. Them fish move. They obviously have fins, and we left them alone and kind of hung our heads a little. We were a little scared and worried, and Dad didn't make me any more confident. He's like, them things aren't going to be there, and this and that, and ended up getting pretty blessed. And when I say we found the right fish, we found 7 or 8 pounders. If you would have asked me if we would have had 3, 4, 11 pounders that tournament, I would have called you nuts. I didn't. I knew there was a chance to get a big one, but there was no way. But when it's your cards, they fall right. And day one, we ended up going out and we had 30 pounds or 31 pounds, I believe, or something right there.
It's over 31 pounds.
And
Big
there's,
I've ever been in a slot tournament.
there was still 4 bags right there, or 3 bags right there at that 27 pounds, 26 pounds. And that's kind of what we thought we were at, that's kind of how we thought we were going to do that day. And ended up getting lucky and had some really nice fish. Our slots weren't even that great. We had like 17 to 19 inchers, but they were no 3-pounders, like pretty average 2.5 pounds, which is still pretty good slots, but hoping for a little better, obviously. And then day 2, Kurt had me all nervous. We pulled up to the boat dock and he's yelling at me, "I want to see it again, kid." And I'm like, "I'll try, I guess." That's kind of hard to replicate, And like I said, when the cards fall right, we went out there and it was a grind day too. I think we had Kurt's nephew with us, I believe. And he got to see all the emotions. We were freaking out. We were mad. We were sad, and about 11 o'clock, we never had a fish in the boat. And we were seeing them, just nothing was going right. And like I said on stage, it was like we knew we were on the right fish. And I bet I went through them fish 5 or 6 times that day, just hoping to get one bite at least at that point of the day. Because, one 8-pounder is better than nothing. And I ended up looking over on the live scope and like, "Oh, that looks like a decent slot." And I flipped over there and it was like a 19-incher. Like, "Oh, that's a start." We weren't happy about it. We were actually kind of mad because that was the only fish we had. And Ben went to the back to get a tag in the mouth. They do the tags or whatever. Most of you who fish the Gulf Cup knows. And he was putting the tag in its mouth and talking to Kurt's nephew. And before Ben got the tags out of the glove box, I set the hook on that 11-pounder. And that's when the day kind of turned around for us and got that one in the boat. And then worked on our other couple slots. And then we ended up seeing the next one. And that was kind of the same way. When I seen it turn, I'm like, it's game over. And it absolutely choked it. It was pretty cool. And Kurt's nephew, I thought he pooped his pants for a second. He was like, "I've never seen a fish that big." I was like, "I've never seen one that big in a tournament either, bud." That is insane. Like, it was just ended up being our tournament. And when the cards fall right, they fall right. It was pretty surreal.
Oh, it was crazy. So I'm in the back producing the weigh-in, right? And I get Nate over there holding up fish and weighing. And I'm like, I crap my pants. I'm not kidding you. Because an 11-pounder down here, what? And then day 2 comes, yeah, right, exactly. Then day 2 comes along, and I'm like, "You have got to be me, man." I mean, this is so honest. If somebody would have said, "Do you think they can catch a 10 or 11-pounder down here, Sheldon? How you doing?" I think I said, "No, ain't getting it done down here." What do I know, right? I mean, whatever. And then you go and do that. I'm like, "Well, what the hell?" I mean, it was blown away.
Yeah, I was blown away myself. I mean, everybody was like, that kid had something figured out. I mean, it was also my day. Like, there was a couple guys who were on the same fish. I just ended up getting the right bites. There's like, you can't expect to get that kind of weight down there. I mean, that's once in a lifetime.
It was meant to be, man. I mean, yeah, right. It was something for everyone to see. It was so cool.
Not only did you crush the event,
yeah,
but what did you learn in that event? Because you had some, like you said, you left fish to, you did all kinds of things. I think I don't know if you've had time to reflect on what did you learn in that event?
I learned that even like when it's a tough day, which I've been pretty good at, like when it's like it sucks like it did till about noon that second day, you just got to keep your head down because things can change around in a quick hurry. Even Sakakawea we talked about earlier, me and Hunter didn't have a fish in the live well at 11 o'clock, and you just got to be able to keep your head down and grind.
So we've heard it a little bit. We heard it last year a few times. Do you believe in leaving fish to find better fish now with live sonar?
I mean, nowadays, if you're pretty experienced with live scope, you kind of know a size range. I'm not going to say I know a 29 incher from a 28 incher, but you can tell like a 25 from a 30, obviously. And that's very key. Like I try to not waste my cast on them types of fish. Like if we're looking for 30s, I'm not casting at 25s, but if we're looking for 25s, I don't want to cast at 21s or 20s,
Yeah. I mean, so you will leave your fish because you left your fish that day, right? If the story goes, you left fish because you couldn't find them because they were there and they wouldn't go.
Yeah, we left them like 3 times and I kept checking on them. And the one time I was like, I don't know if there's any point to go back. And we actually ended up going back and it really paid out. They just I don't know what happened. It was windy all day. It kind of laid down and then we started catching them. I don't know what it was for sure. I'd never really put my finger on it. It was weird. It was like they were dormant all morning. I don't know.
And they woke up.
Yeah, I guess they had a late breakfast.
Yeah. But good for you, right?
What do you think fueled your hot streak last year?
You know, I don't know. Like I love this stuff. I think what fuels it is like my drive to do well in tournaments. Like I don't know, for everybody out there who's fished tournaments, they know there's nothing more like get your blood pumping. Like I'm not like a very emotional guy or nothing, but I think I about shed a tear coming in from day 2 of the Govs Cup. Like there's no feeling like it in the world. Like it's just when you have a good day in a tournament, there's no feeling like it. Like it is awesome.
So do you then have a ton of confidence, or do you get, when you're I get it when you're riding high, but when you're going from tournament to tournament, does the confidence stay? I mean, you got to have it, right?
It definitely doesn't hurt. And I tell a lot of people that the number one thing in tournament fishing is like believing in yourself. Like you got to be confident going out there. Like if you're thinking your day is going to be over because you didn't get a fish at 10 o'clock or your first ones weren't there. I mean, you're never going to have a good tournament career. You got to believe in yourself and you got to believe that when you find the fish, you'll be able to catch them. There's nothing more important.
Well, and I tell people fishing is more this than it is this. I mean, fishing is more mental than people let on to be. I've been at 75, 80%, and then the rest is your physical talent.
I thought it was the hat, and I'm like, really? I want one. Yeah, look at Rapala. Okay,
yeah.
So okay, Rapala or Rapala?
It's Rapala.
Rapala. Okay, thank you. Yeah, what was it? One of the guys from Rapala or whatever said, I don't care how they say it as long as they buy it. That was great. Built an octagon room. You have 8 walls to fill up. Yeah, that Gene. That's a good one right there. I like that.
So, Beau, you're getting ready. So, I mean, first year National Walleye Trail. Been thinking about this for how long?
It's been in the works for like 2 or 3 years. I just didn't really know when I'd have an opportunity or like when I could afford it because I'm obviously a 19-year-old kid. I don't have a whole lot of money. I try to do my best I can and make as much as I can and save it so I can do stuff like this. But I ended up getting a couple really good sponsors and some products I believe in a lot and with a really good crew. And most of it is going to be covered this year. So that's like a really good opportunity. And I can't complain at all. Like it's going to be a dream come true to go chase that National Walleye Tour.
So
yeah, well, we're excited to watch you.
Let's talk about who you got for sponsors before we keep going on this. Who do you want to thank for sponsors?
I really got to thank the AFCO crew first and foremost. They're really good to us and they're amazing people and they're putting on a great tournament this year. I don't know if you guys have heard about that out of Akaska. It's a pretty cool deal. Trying to get everybody involved, and even if you want to chase the winning trophy, you can win a pickup this year, which is pretty cool. You don't really hear about much stuff like that. And we're just hoping to get it as big as the Govs Cup hopefully one day because that's the biggest and the best.
I mean, you guys had quite a few people up there. Different style of tournament, very, very unique, very cool tournament. We had Toby Hofer on after winning it last year, but I would say it's in its right mind. It is the biggest of that caliber of a tournament, and Gov Cup is something special. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if any tournament in my mind, and I'm biased because we run it, that there's anything like the Gov Cup. I mean,
it's the best. I mean, the Govs Cup is something else. It's the best of the best. Fishing in one of the tougher bodies, the tougher part of Oahe. It just makes it like it. It's a tough tournament. Like if you win the Govs Cup, you're like, that was cool,
Yeah, I get a lot of hell for the boundaries on the Gov Cup, and when we had Chris Haynes on after he won the Gov Cup, and like I was, there was years I was kicking around like, we're at 200 teams, maybe move that boundary. But when Chris Haynes made the comment to me of the reason the Gov Cup is so special is because you're in a tight body of water with a ton of great fishermen, and when you beat them, it means more.
Yeah, right.
100%.
You know, if I let you go up to run up to 212 or a Casca, that changes the whole dynamic of the Gov Cup.
Completely.
100%. That it means something. Like Dewey and McCumsey, them guys, like to have 5 or 4, how many Govs Cup them guys have won. It just like shows you how great they are. Like that's insane to win that tournament that many times.
Yeah. Well, I got a feeling you're going to join the list of multi-time winners. You've got a lot of years left in you. Maybe not again, maybe not back to back, but to get to that 4 or 5 mark, I mean, Dewey and Tyson got 4. McCumsey's the only one sitting on the top with 5. So there's your goal.
I mean,
Don't need more, and you get 4 more.
a guy can pray. That's pretty. It's phenomenal. Even to win one, I'm not going to ask for more. Obviously, I want more, but that's pretty surreal.
You can do it by the time you're 25.
So you have AFCO. Let's keep going down the line of sponsors so we get those done.
I talked about it quite a bit at the Govs Cup. Sunline, I was buying their stuff well before I worked for them. I really believe in their stuff. We can talk about some of the stuff I use later, but they have some great products. I'm working with Sunline this year. I'm working with Rapple and their whole team, Crush City, VMC. And like I said, I really believed in their products. Dan Quinn, I've talked to him a bunch now, and even when he called me to talk about it, I was like, you should have called me a week ago. I just ordered like $1,000 worth of your jigs and stuff. I was like, that tells you how much you use their stuff. And I work with Beatdown mounts. I don't know if you guys have heard about them. They're the best graph mounts on the market. And like I said, I was using their stuff before I started working with them. And I mean, they are the best. I have put some hard miles on boats before, and they don't even budge. So rods, I'm working with Denali this year. I've never like worked with them, but we've ran their stuff in the past. They have really good products, and great for guiding and great for tournament fishing. They come out with a couple new rods this past year, and that's actually what I was throwing all day. They make a very good like mono rod for pitching minnows and stuff. And I work with Coca-Cola. I don't know if you guys know Trevor Messenger. He's a great guy, and he reached out to me 2 years ago. He's actually my first sponsor, I believe, and great guy and great products. And
you don't drink any Monster, do you?
I drink a lot of Monster. Yeah, yeah. I'm glad I get some stuff from Trevor. Otherwise, I think I'd be bankrupt. That stuff's addicting.
I think you stopped at my house one time when you were going to load your truck up with Monster.
Yeah.
So you got Coca-Cola. Anybody else you want to get? Because I know there's one other one for sure.
Obviously, Beetle Ford. They sell some great vehicles. You guys ever interested in go buying a vehicle? They're really great people and even better team. And I don't know, most of you Ford drivers out there, I love my Ford. So if you ever want something, shoot them a call. I think they're in Mobridge, Bowdle, and Fulton.
Yeah.
Easy.
And then obviously my parents, they help me out a little bit, obviously, with letting me leave work, and they help me with a couple of rooms and stuff a year. But that's a Walleye Wings Walleyes. You guys ever want to come on a guided fishing trip or pheasant hunting, or even come out, and I do some live scoping trips, teaching guys how to do whatever they want with live scope, really. If they want to learn how to catch more big ones, if they want to learn how to use it to catch eaters and whatever people want, or if they just want to learn how to run it.
The old man had a birthday, 2 days ago?
Yeah, it was Dad's 50th a couple days back.
Jeez. Look at that.
I was making fun of him. I was like, how's it feel to be 70 nowadays?
Careful there.
Yeah.
Careful. I'm getting closer to 70. That's fun. Oh, here, I'll pop this up quick too, because the Gov Cup was pretty damn special when you think about the 4 of you in this picture.
Yeah, that was it, like you said, when the cards fall your way, they fall your way. It couldn't have went any better. It was pretty cool. The only thing that could have went better is if McCumsey got 3rd.
So you get all these great sponsors. What are you doing to prep for your rookie season? I mean, obviously the mental prep of, and I've told a lot of people, watch out, Beau's coming. You've got something to worry about. But some of their arguments are he's a reservoir fisherman. He's going to come to a different body of water. And I said, I don't think it matters, but is that something in your head? And what are you doing to prep for the season?
Obviously, I try to stay I try to stay active fishing. Like that's the most important thing. Like just even fishing anywhere, like going and fishing and just catching fish. I mean, looking at your electronics, making sure all your equipment's running first and foremost. Our first event's Lake Erie. You don't want to figure out if your stuff works at Lake Erie because I don't know, for all you who fish, that's kind of a nasty body of water at times. Yeah, just making sure all your equipment and stuff's ready, like your rods, your trolling motors, your graphs, having all your stuff dialed before you even get there, and so you don't even have to think about it twice. You just know your stuff's working.
So how about snacks for the walleye tour? They're going to carry banana or what are you eating?
I'm pretty sure for all them guys who fish, I think a banana in the boat's like the worst luck possible.
Don't even do it.
Yeah, I'm actually really bad when I'm fishing. I don't eat or drink much. I need to get better at that. Trevor has this really good rehydration drink that I've been drinking. I don't remember what it's called. I got some in the fridge, but I should probably pack a couple more of them. I don't have very good advice about staying hydrated. So
yeah, you should be drinking water while you're out there, no doubt, especially when you get into the heat of the sun. And even today it's 70, 68 degrees. You know, you got a little sunburn. It's pretty tough on you. So drink water, man.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys can tell I am fried right now. I think my face is hurting more by the minute.
So you're going into your rookie year on the National Walleye Trail, but also coming out of retirement is the 50-year-old.
The 50-year-old, yeah.
What's that feeling for you like?
It's pretty cool. You know, there's not very many opportunities you'd be able to do that with your old man. And NWT is not an event where you can fish with each other. So you got to go up and do your own thing, but not. I mean, we're going to be working together. And I believe Garrick's going to come with us on a couple too. He wanted to dip his toes in the water. So it'll be pretty cool traveling with some really good people.
You guys are going to team up then? Because I know we talked about it after, when you told me you're going to do it. And I'm like, you're going to get a lot of wants to be on a team. And I think if you stay on your own with your old man and possibly Garrick, I don't know if there's a better team out there in my mind.
I just I like to keep it simple. Obviously, maybe after a couple of years, something will change up. Or I had talked to a couple guys about it, and I pretty much told them, I was like, I don't even know what I'm doing, to be honest. I'm just kind of never done anything like this. So I was like, just let's wait on it, and get back to me. And just I don't want to burn any bridges or anything, but I just don't want to, because I honestly I love fishing and stuff, but like the NWT, like chasing tournaments that like year round, it's going to be a little different, not year round, but summer and fall and spring, obviously it's going to be a little different for me. So I'm just going to kind of wait on tournaments, and we're going to wait on partners. We're going to travel with Dad and Mac this year.
Yeah. Honestly, I think that's smart thinking. You do you, right?
Yep.
And because you got to see what you're made of. You already know what you're made of, but you actually have to do it in action.
Yeah, 100%. I'm pumped. I haven't been to the Great Lakes for a couple of years or Green Bay or anything, and it's a blast. I just a little nervous, obviously, going into those are huge bodies of water, but if you're not nervous, I don't know what you're doing. I'm sure them guys who've done it for 15, 30, 40 years are still a little nervous sometimes going out there trying to cover all that water, but I'm looking forward to it. I just love the thrill of chasing tournaments and trying to fish big tournaments. There's nothing like it.
So the good thing is you're not out there alone. There's 12 people around, and you've got that, and the big boats seem to handle. Let's see the boat. What's the boat and the motor?
I'm running a Lund, great boat. I absolutely love them. With the 400 V10 Mercury, and then I got my power poles this year not power poles, Raptors that I'm running this year with the crappie brakes on them. I'm really looking forward to it, and you can't hurt these boats. I have been in a lot of boats. I tell you what, these things are bulletproof. I've tried to hurt them. I don't think you can.
The Great Lakes might change your mind on that.
Yeah, that might be a little different deal. Huh?
Getting prepped, you said you've been out to the Great Lakes, so you've probably been to Lake Erie before. What is your, going into that? Obviously, your dad has been there before. What's your expectations? You probably went out there when you pulled crankbaits or pulled worm harnesses.
Yeah, we were actually jig wrapping last time I was out there. I don't remember what time of year it was for sure. It's been a while, but I'm expecting water temps to be goofy. I'm expecting wind to be goofy. I'm kind of assuming we're going to be throwing at suspended big pods of fish, just trying to find the right fish. It's just going to be about covering a lot of water and figuring out what they want to eat the most. And guys who've been out there, a wind or a water temp or anything can change the day pretty quick. So it's going to be about being quick on your feet too.
So you go from Lake Erie to your backyard of Mobridge, South Dakota. There's got to be a little weight on your shoulders coming to Mobridge.
I tell you what, out of all the tournaments I am looking forward to next year, I'm kind of scared of Mobridge just because, like you said, it's like you're expected to do well, and I kind of know what we're gonna be doing at Mobridge, and I kind of know the areas I'm gonna be fishing, but that doesn't mean anything. The fish can have a bad day, and I can have a bad day, So.
Yeah, and then you got pressure from the home team. I mean, everybody here is already talking about it. They're excited. We're all excited. So May can't come fast enough.
Yeah, I don't get me wrong. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a blast, but I am a little nervous for that one. Probably out of the most tournaments we're going to, and I'm going to a bunch of new bodies of water next year.
Yeah, but just think of what that does for you as a fisherman, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
We're going. I think we're going to, me and the guy who commented earlier, Luke Spickler. I think we're going to go dip our toes in the Montana Govs Cup next year too. So that'll be pretty interesting.
So with that, like you said, you're nervous about this, but what's the conversations with Dad about? Because he's done this. I mean, your dad's toured around the country. Won AIM Angler of the Year. I mean, he's done it, right? And so what is what's the conversations like with him going into this season?
We both got our ideas, and don't get me wrong, me and my old man butt heads here and there. That's part of being father-son, I suppose. But we'll cover a lot of water, and we kind of know the area well. So we've talked about it, like what we're gonna be doing and what we think we're gonna be doing, and this and that, and blah blah blah. You can talk about it all you want. It could be different. It could be an early spring. It could get cold again, be a late spring. It's so hard to say what the fish are gonna be doing, but we obviously have our ideas, and hopefully we can figure something out.
But I guess, more on the topic of what's he doing to prepare you mentally? Like, is he having conversations about, hey, when this shit happens, do this. When this happens, do this.
He's definitely talked to me about it. He just said, kind of be careful. Like, don't get yourself involved with like the wrong crowd, obviously. And obviously don't let anybody get into your head about it, because people are obviously, if you're doing something right, some people are going to think you're doing it wrong. You guys know about it. Not everybody's going to love you. And I try to be the nicest person I can. I try to help people out in the fishing industry and even in life, and I hope that everybody does well. I hope everybody comes in safe, obviously. And I'm really looking forward to it. It's just a matter of keeping your head in the game, like we talked about earlier, not being a mental midget. I don't know if I can say that word, but that's my dad uses that word a lot. He's like, just don't be a mental midget. Just go out there and do your thing and you'll do all right.
I think you're fine. If your dad were 6 inches taller, we might, but
yeah,
no, I think you're safe. You're good. That's fine.
So, that's a lot, like 19 years old biting this off, right? This is a lot of guys that, your dad's been in the industry. So a lot of these guys have been through your place up there. The Tommy Kimos, the Mark Courts. Those guys are personal friends. Now you're going to fish against them. You're going to compete against them. Guys that since you've been crawling around the floor of the house up there, your friend, you're going to compete against them. What's that like?
It's definitely different, because you always call them whenever you're going fun fishing or something, or they call. Coach comes and runs his dogs for us, like pheasant hunting and stuff. And we just shot a show with Kimos in September. Like, they're really good buddies, and it's gonna be weird. I don't know. There's obviously gonna be no foul. Like, we're gonna be friends before it or after it. Even if I run my boat and decided Kimos is on accident, he's a great guy, and I'm not too worried about it.
I got a story, but I'm not telling it. Chad says, good luck. We'll be watching another South Dakota guy.
So, Brady, we already answered that his girlfriend lined up the haircut for him. So, nice haircut. Beau lined up the haircut. And then Gene, the boundaries for the Gov Cup is Bush's Landing straight across. They cannot go past Bush's Landing in the Gov Cup. So, we got a couple comments I want to get to, because you go ahead and get that one, Jason.
Yep. All right. Gary says, good luck. You'll always butt heads. I bet he's not listening to all that his dad is saying on kid dose until they're 30 years old. Or maybe it's on kid does until they're 30 years old. Bashor's on here. Brian says lots of love pressure on this young man, but I believe in him. Can't wait to have him on tour.
So,
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I mean, you got, like I said, I don't want to make it like you get these huge shoes to fill, but I mean, you kind of are one to watch for out there, and it's going to be a fun year. So I guess I'm kind of going off. I've never done this before, going off the stuff I put on Facebook. So we cover that. What can fans expect this year? Are you going to do any streaming? You got any stuff like that you're working on?
I'm trying to get better at the whole social media thing. I was kind of like a one post a year guy before I got in the tournament industry, but obviously I have great sponsors and I got to be a great participant in the activity. So I try to show guys what I'm doing and show them how I'm doing it, and obviously help out them guys in any way I can and advertise for them every way I can, because I do have some great sponsors and even better products. I don't know if I'll do any streaming or anything, but I'll try to stay active on Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat or wherever you guys follow me. I'll definitely be keeping you guys updated.
Well, you got to focus on what you're doing, right? The streaming thing can come later, but yeah, I'm glad you're not going to go too crazy into it. Just focus on fishing.
That's a lot of this game now, right? Because it's not just a fishing game. It's, back in the day, you wrote an article or you did a TV show to fulfill your sponsor obligation stuff. Now it's, I got to do these many photos, this much, these many lives. I mean, everybody's trying to level that game up, which I love. I mean, hence the reason we're sitting here tonight is to have a podcast and level the game up, but at what point, like, does fishing not, like, these guys have to worry about it so much that does fishing become a back burner sometimes? And you got to fish, so you got to have that.
Yeah. There's some guys who make so much money doing it, though. I can't blame them. There's some of the guys in the bass world who make more money freaking posting on like YouTube and stuff, like streaming that services. So I guess there's no right or wrong. It's just what you're comfortable doing and what you can do without not like your main head wants to be in the fishing tournaments if that's what you're doing. So I won't be doing any streaming or anything, but I'll definitely stay active on social media and keep you guys updated and let you know where I'm at and what I'm doing.
Well, I think the exciting thing about this year too is we're kind of seeing a new era of walleye tournament fishing, right? Because we've got you at 19, Jaden Wendell at 19. You've got some other younger people that are coming in, and maybe this is going to kind of change the way the whole National Walleye Tour looks with the changes they've got going on. You got head-to-head that is just, they cut their head off. That's it. We're done. And it seems like Masters Walleye Circuit's about the only one that's just doing what they've always done. And that's great. That's fine. But to have some younger guys come in that really know what they're doing, that are passionate about it and really good at it is super exciting for the fans. Because, man, I tell you, there's a lot of walleye fans out there, and this is a game changer for a lot of people watching.
Yeah, 100%. Like even you guys doing this is awesome. Like it lets people know what's going on, lets people know what they're doing, and it's great to like just spread the word. It's such an easy way to spread the word. I'm not gonna say easy. Like you guys, you do this all the time, full time now, and it's a pretty cool deal. So.
We just sit down and pull words out of our butt. I mean, we're just, we're doing whatever. We're trying to not fall off a stool. We're good.
This is the first night we've ever had script because I put it on Facebook, so I wanted to make sure we covered it. Normally,
I saw you looking down. I'm like, wow, he's reading this. He took Benny's idea and like script it out, write it out, man. No, that's good though. You got to cover. You did a great job of as I was telling Beau when you popped out and we're coming back in, like, he did a great job with the Facebook post, and there's a lot of great information on there to build people up. So, got to follow through.
Yeah. And I mean, and that's the game now, right? The more you can get out there, the more eyes you can get, the more your sponsors are happy, and potentially the more the sponsors are coming to you to continue to live this dream you want to do.
Yeah, 100%. I think the most important important part is just being a good guy around people and being friendly to everybody. And I try my best, and I hope everybody likes me. If a couple guys don't, I guess I'll have to live with that. But I just try to be the best person I can.
Well, that's a good way to be, because not everybody is going to like you. You know, I know a couple of people that don't like Kurt, but everybody else does, and it doesn't bother him any.
Hey, everybody's got haters in the world. You can't do anything about it. You know, no matter what you try, you can you can try to appease them, but it just doesn't work. So at the end of the day, you get to, you know, at one point it was a big problem for me. I had to make sure I made everybody like me, and anymore it's like, you know what, I'm going to be me, and either going to like me or you're not. And I don't mean to offend anybody, but I can't change who I am. You fake it till you make it, but then eventually faking it doesn't work. So you just got to go out there and be yourself. I mean, I always, you know, talk about Tom Wynn. Like, I mean, I've not seen a more original, down to earth person than Tom Wynn.
Yeah, I've never had the chance to meet the guy, but I've only heard great things. He just sounds like a great guy.
Yeah,
he is a great role model. I mean, just simply fantastic for everybody. A role model for young guys like you, for guys like Kurt and I, and everyone. Your dad and the whole 9 yards. He's amazing. He's done the sport, you know, a million kindnesses already.
So is this true?
Oh, candy bar. Yeah, it. I thought maybe we were going to make it by without that, but yeah, it's 60 today. So
holy crap! Happy birthday!
Hey, thank you. Yeah, see, that's what I said. Watch out with the 70 thing, because I'm 60, looking like I'm 70. Be careful. Thanks, candy bar. Let's see. Gary says, I'm guessing you got about 7 years. Then there'll be another young gun. That's great. You know,
I don't.
Brady says, "What's your favorite colored jig and wrap on Sharp?"
I don't throw much for jig wraps. I'm a big believer in white. I really like white jig wraps. Most guys who do it often know that, but for you guys who don't, white and natural. I think I got.
Yeah, I don't know, Jim.
This is probably my number 2. It's just that bluegill.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, there's validity in that bluegill, the purple Descent, but white.
So
white with and I'm trying to figure out what Rapala is doing. They've got the white with the yellow head, and I'm still trying to figure out the thought process behind that color combination.
I don't know, but it is a great bait. I have caught a lot of big fish on it.
Yeah,
so
crazy.
Throw that rod up. Let's talk a little bit about that Sunline All Might.
So is this pink stuff?
This is my favorite braid on the planet. Before I ever worked with these guys, it's a sinking braid. Well, quote unquote sinking. It's so pretty much how I explain it to people is like when you flip out there, let's say you're casting 80 feet, and instead of your line bowing like this, it cuts the line or cuts the water better. So your bait's getting down there in half the time because it doesn't have this huge bow in your line pulling it up. And I'm the biggest believer in it. A lot of guys make the mistake of buying lighter stuff. Sunline's different than most line brands. Their diameter's a lot thinner. So like I run 18-pound All Might, pink All Might, and it's thinner than your original braid or whatever braid you run. Like an 18 pounds, like a 10 pound, and like a 22 pounds, like a 12 pound.
So you're running the 18 pound. You're not running the 22 pound.
I run the 18 and 22. It just kind of depends what we're doing or where we're at. You know, I have both. I love it. And then I run, this is the best leader line on the planet. It's a Sunline Sniper. It is by far my favorite. It's a little thinner, but I feel like it's just as strong as everything else. I've never had issues with it breaking or anything, and it's money.
I know we tried some Sunline, Kurt. Maybe we're just not good enough. We weren't good enough to make it work. I don't know, but here again, I truly think that line, whether it's fluorocarbon, whether it's braid, it really does come down to what works best for the person, right? Because there's so much different stuff out there.
100%. They have a couple different kinds of braid. They have some like original braid that's not meant for sinking. This is actually the only sinking braid on the market, and it's by far my favorite. I've been throwing it for a couple of years now. They sent us a couple spools right when it come out, and I don't think it's come off my rod since. It is seriously money.
Does it say how many carriers? You know, how many times that the braids it's wrapped? Like 8. It's probably it.
I don't have a box. I don't have a box right here. They're over my. I have a bunch of totes over on the wall. I'd have to dig through it, but
Was Fireline, I think, is like 8. You know, so maybe it's only 3 or 4. Maybe
I believe Sunline or the sinking braid has a nylon core. Don't quote me on that, but that sounds right now.
Makes
and
sense.
And they wrap the braid around it, which makes it sink faster, cut the water better.
So speaking of the totes, are you already starting to pack for April?
I don't know,
Or because you just moved?
I don't know if you guys can see all the totes over there, and then all my tackle right there.
First, he doesn't even have a couch in his new house, but he's got the tackle.
Everything else. Right.
I do have a couch. I had to move it from the other house, but I do have a couch.
Okay, so are you in a house, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know if you guys can see my pickup and stuff, and then trophies, and then the whole setup.
Yeah, I love
and
it.
then the house door is right there. You got to walk in over there.
Yeah,
So
that's perfect.
are you already starting to pack for your first trip?
I mean, I'm just getting organized. Really, getting organized is half of packing though. So I got everything ready pretty much. I got all my stuff with my boat done, and just making sure the gun's good now, which I've had no issues. Usually I mess up something with my electronics, but I let Swenson's do it this year, so it's been money so far.
So let me ask this: are you going to take trolling rods to Lake Erie?
My dad will probably throw them in. I don't. They're not coming in my boat unless I have like 9 bad days in a row.
I kind of figured that. Are you going to put a troll? Because Gulf Cup, correct me if I'm wrong, you pulled bottom bouncers for a hot minute.
Oh yeah, I'll rip bouncer here and there. I do it all the time. That's what we do, mainly guiding for guys who want to catch eaters. I mean, it's just simple and easy. And we found a couple bouncer bites during pre-fish. And sometimes when the slots aren't biting this number 7 jig wraps or spoons or whatever you happen to be throwing, you put the bouncers down.
Okay, so you say number 7 jig and wrap. Let's have a little conversation for guys out there that are hot to buy the new 11. You know, is the 11 too big?
No, I actually kind of like the 11. I feel like I stick them better sometimes. With the 9s, sometimes I get them to choke it too bad because it's a great bait. I guess it's a good problem to have when they're choking it. So I throw the 11 sometimes when they're choking it, and I hook them in the lip instead of getting them down in their teeth because the line don't break. Like everybody's had that happen where they get bit off because they're eating the baits too good. But yeah, I do not think they're too big, and even with like waves and stuff, it's kind of nice to have a heavier bait as a number 2. You know, like I'll definitely have 9s, 11s, 7s tied up, just depending on the wind and stuff. It's just you'll know like when you're fishing and stuff, but 100%, I don't know if they make a too big of a bait yet.
I never in a million years dreamt that I would start buying bigger stuff, 5/8, 3/4 ounce, 1 ounce jigs, just to watch that thing scream 60 feet down as fast as possible. Never dreamt that would happen.
Even on the Great Lakes, sometimes them guys are fishing like 50 foot of water, and I've seen some big baits being thrown, and I've talked to a lot of guys about it and stuff. I don't know if you've seen Crush Shetty's new freeload. I gotta grab one. You guys gotta see how big these are.
Yeah, go ahead, grab it.
I mean, you think about this with the bass world. With the bass world, look at them glide baits they throw.
Yeah, right.
Freaking massive.
Yeah. I don't know if they throw too big of a bait. I'll take one out of the package here just so you guys can see how big they are. I mean, they are massive. And I'm pumped to use them. I think they're going to be money.
I think bass has some pretty good new stuff out that might work pretty doggone well for walleye.
I don't know if you can see this compared to my hand.
So was it 5 inches, 5 something?
I think they're 6 1/4.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, that's it compared to my hand.
Jeez.
Holy crap. Okay, you're gonna put half ounce. Are you gonna go crazy or go 5 or 3/4 on those things?
I mean, it just depends, like I said, on wind and stuff. I definitely love big baits. I don't know if they make too big of a bait. I've heard some guys say they don't believe in them, but I don't think they make a big enough bait yet.
Honestly,
There's sometimes where you just got to go by the old saying, go big or go home.
Well, and really the size of it comes down to the
Yeah,
control.
they're 6 1/4. That's what I thought they are.
Yeah. I mean, it really comes down to how you control that big bait, whether it's a quarter, 3/8, or 5/8, or 3/4 of an ounce.
Yeah, because some bodies of water you fish, you're like, I'll throw it by fish and I'll be snapping it over their heads on the way back. And obviously you're on a stinger usually when you're running that big of a bait. And I don't know, like I said, I don't know if they make a big enough bait. They make some really good jigs now that fit these plastics, and I think they're money.
Well, here's the other thing. We got live sonar that is showing us exactly what's happening when you're, because you get a pretty good feel for a quarter and 3/8 ounce, right? I mean, when you're fiddling around, but now you get the heavy one, it makes you, at least to me, I feel like I'm ripping it harder, higher, but then you watch it and then you learn to finesse it a little bit better, and you come up with something that works. I don't know.
100%. And sometimes bigger baits, they have like better action in their tails and stuff. I've seen weird things do a miracle, Like I said, I don't know if they make a big enough bait. I think 6 1/4. I bet I'll catch a lot of fish on that, and I'll keep you guys updated on social media. If you see it out there, you'll know.
Yeah, that it's kind of it's exciting, really. My buddy just smashed a 31-incher on a 9-inch sucker chasing pike on Mille Lacs. Okay, well,
yeah,
I mean that seems to work. I fiddle around. Things got pretty tough there the end of September and October, and I was doing every cockamamie thing. I was throwing 5-6-inch spoons, gold spoons with big hooks, but the one thing that I thought was going to work was the blade bait, and I couldn't get a blade bait to work worth a darn. Have you tried blade baits down there?
Yeah, I have a couple of rattle baits, depending on the time of year. And there's some days where you'll just have a tough day and you throw a blade bait or a rattle bait or something down, and it's just nuts how much of a difference it makes.
Yeah, something different, I guess. What was Surfish a lot? What was Lip Adventures? I love big baits. I cannot lie. Surfish is a lot. It's all about the bass. Oh, wait, bass. Never mind.
Other brothers can't deny.
Yeah, right on. Right. Let's see. Okay, it's 57, so we're up at about an hour. What else do we got there, Kurt, for a question?
So getting ready for the season. Are we going to go out and say we're going to win one, or are we just going for top 10s, or what's our prediction? What's our goal?
Obviously, that's the goal. That's the dream, to win one of them events. Those guys are the best of the best, and I kind of hear the field's going to be a little more full this year now that they're making it qualifications. Like, you got to earn it to get in. I've heard that there's going to be a little bit bigger of a field, so obviously that's the goal. You want to win one, but you got to be happy with anything above top 10 in that event. That's pretty cool.
Last year was pretty thin for them. Have you heard numbers? Are they talking 100, 125, 150 boats?
I don't know. I've talked to a lot of people. A lot of people are getting in the Mobridge one. I don't really know very many locals around the Great Lakes and stuff. I have a couple buddies out there, but just from what I've heard from the Mobridge one, it should be a pretty good turnout, it sounds like.
I'm getting a lot of, we're going to fish the first 2 and see how it goes.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of that too.
I hope it does well. I mean, we need a next level to move up to. We can obviously pick where we'd love to see better coverage. We'd love to see, all kinds of things out of that organization. But I mean, it's a place for people to move on to, and it's a great organization. I mean, it's a great platform. I just wish it was put together a little better for my personal feelings. I mean, if we can do it on a shoestring budget here, if I had a big dollar owner like they do, we could really do something. That's my 2 cents. Sorry, I threw that in there, but
no, you're good.
It's it really what it comes down to, and we hashtag it. It's for the fans. It isn't just a fishing tournament anymore. It's a show. Even Kurt's tournaments, they are not tournaments anymore. They're for the fans. It's the show. You're going out, you're representing Mobridge, you're representing Akaska, you're representing South Dakota, 19-year-olds who want to be like you, who, think about all that. And then you just go out and you do you, Beau knows walleye, and just fish, right? And then you're going to know when the day is your day, when it all lines up, you're going to win.
100%. I don't think any of us have a real say in it. It's all the good man above. It's just how he wants the cards to play.
Well, here's the deal. He wouldn't have put you in this place right now if you didn't have the ability to go on and frankly compete with Tom Wynn and other guys. You know, Tom's the hottest thing, you know. And so if you can go beat Tom Wynn,
I'm just hoping to keep up with them guys this year. Them guys are studs. Like Dewey got Angler of the Year. Tom won back-to-back championships. I mean, them guys are something else. Even like the McCoys and the Nitties, and all them guys are insane.
Yeah, there are some fun people. Hunter Nitty is a ton of fun to watch. 44 and want to be like him. Chuck, there you go.
Yeah.
For a second there, be like him. I thought it said bikini. I'm like, what?
Not quite yet. Not a month or two yet.
No, not quite.
Oh, we cannot wait to watch you kick off your season in April. And honestly, it's going to be a lot of fun hearing the stories from you and your old man. That's got to be even a better part of this dream is he's chasing with you, because he was kind of burned out of it. And he's told me, he's like, I was kind of burned out of it.
I didn't know if he was gonna come. I think the hot streak we had last year between me and him kind of kicked his fire a little bit, because he's kind of pumped now. We've been talking about it quite a bit, and he's pretty excited.
Yeah, we got Steve. What are you going to run for boat setup? Steve must have come in a little later. Just run through that again.
I'm running a Lund 219 Pro V glass Lund with 400 V10. Great boat. I mean, like I was telling these guys earlier, they're unbreakable, as I found so far, and I've tried to break a couple of them.
So
I love it.
The 219, the 400. You've got the Raptors on the back. Let's talk about your setup a little more. Let's kind of do it quick because we're at that hour mark. But you're doing something we're seeing a lot more in the world right now.
Mm-hmm.
So on my dash, I have a Garmin GPS map. It's the 1242, and then I have the HGS 12 Pro, and then up front, I can show you guys this. I'm running another HGS Pro with Garmin 8616. 1 second, I got my graph covers on. Just got back from France's case, and then I don't know if you guys can see it. It's pretty big screens nowadays compared to my hand, which I'm a big fan of the 16-inch screen. I mean, I fished with a 12 for a long time, and those are nice too. But just when you do it this much, it's kind of nice to have that little bigger of a screen.
Well, let's go to the back and talk about that a little bit.
Back by the crappie break.
Fans have never seen what you got going on right there.
Yeah, so I got the Minn Kota Raptors paired with the crappie brakes, and then if we come up front, sorry, I just threw these graph covers. You kind of got a mess. I got my power form right here, and that turns them on in the back.
So explain that a little bit for people that I mean, I know what they are. A few of us do, but explain that a little bit of what's the red and green mean and how does that work?
So pretty much the mindset behind it is when you're live scoping or whatever, it's pretty much a live scoping thing is what I've seen so far. And the nice thing about the poles too, you can drive around. Let's say you see a pot of fish over there and you're in 8 foot of water, you pin them back and you're stuck there. So your bow won't sway in current or nothing. So you can sit there and cast off the front instead of having to cast off the back. And then the trolling motors, the mindset behind that is you can put them all the way down the water. I think the remote's right here. So there's just this is my trolling motor remote, and then this is my power pull remote or my Raptor remote. And then you just click down. They stick in the water. And if you're live scoping and scooting along and you want to stop, you can just hit the red button. It'll stop you there. So you don't have to flip your trolling motor head back at you, which wasn't a big deal in the first place. But it will be a little nice to have the little, maybe you'll get time for an extra 10 casts a day and it might save your day. It's hard to say. And then you can obviously
you hit that red button, it's stopping you.
Well, I think they're 40-pound thrusts, and I don't work with them or anything. But I mean, it seems like they're not going to like absolutely put you on your brakes, but it's going to slow you down pretty quick.
Well, Tom Wynn's got him on his Vexus, and he can pull him like 2 miles an hour in reverse, the ones he has. And he has the power brakes on his. So he says once you hit that button, it's almost like...
Yeah, that's
I wouldn't. I don't know if we have the same kind or exactly. I've used them a little bit. It's not gonna throw you off the front of the boat, but it definitely slows you down fairly quickly. And I mean, it's been great to me so far. No issues or nothing. So
it's going to keep you from blowing past a fish or blowing past trees. It's amazing how quick you can have trees or fish in that scope, and all of a sudden they're gone. And like, okay, where the hell are they now? You guys that do it every day, it's a little different than us weekenders, right? But man, can you lose a bunch of fish or lose a tree fast and then not find it again? It's amazing.
Yeah, it's kind of a expensive solution for that. I don't know how you word that, but it's I mean, if you're doing it every day, it's probably a good investment. If you're doing it for a living, I didn't have any issue with just having a kicker. I just never used my kicker, and I thought I'd try something new. I want to get I don't know if you guys have seen the purges or whatever. Dewey, I think I don't remember who had a part built. Maybe it was Dylan Nissenbaum.
Drake Hurd is
yeah.
Company, but Nussbaum kind of was the guy behind that concept. So
I actually was talking to Dad about something like that. I was like, I never said anything like that, and I remotely close, but I thought about it, and then they come out with that, and I was like, yeah, I need those, and I haven't ordered them yet, but they mount right on them. Things are pretty cool. All they're supposed to do for you guys watching is when your bow is going up and down, it's supposed to just keep your bow pinned so your trolling motor ain't flying out of the water.
So what are you running for a trolling motor?
I actually am running the Ultrex Quest, but I put a longer shaft in it. I put a 70-inch shaft in it.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
It doesn't come stock like that. I think you got to buy the shaft. I believe it was like $800-900, which for the bodies of water we fish, I love the trolling motor. The only issue I had was I wanted a little bit longer shaft, and thanks to Swenson Bros, they got it all figured out for me. I would never know how to switch shafts like that, but they got it figured for me.
So, well, buddy, we look forward to seeing you and watching you all year. And we'll probably see you before Gov Cup, but look forward to catching you on the water all season and following along. So, and you want to throw out your handles for people watching that can follow you?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram. It's just my name, Beau Schilling 1, and then Facebook's just Beau Schilling. If you guys want to tag along, I'm excited, and I really appreciate you guys having me on tonight.
Yeah, hey, thanks for taking time to hang with us. We'll see you in Mobridge.
Yeah.
All right, Beau. Thank you much. Take care.
All right, see you guys.